Japan has a lot of similarities with Te Ao Māori, and you hope everything's all good in there. Yep, Te Ao Māori and our reo is very similar, and our the sentence structure. Sorry if I'm repeating it. I have to record it. So other people. So sentence structure is very similar, and also just our kawa, the way that we treat people, is all respect based. We like tangi is very very similar. There's a lot of similarities to Tokyo, and we're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into it. Okay, again, we already kind of did that. Any word that you associate with Japan, chuck it down in the comments. Damn, Tiruhinga. Damn, Tiruhinga's been waiting for that. That was a lot. Where did that come from? Sheesh. Okay. Anime. We had anime, correct? What else did we have? Hiram would love your thing. Fire. What would you like? Tea. Ooh, tea. Tea is great. Okay. What else we got? I went to a place that they call Akihabara, and it was like the arcade capital. And I just went there to buy random games, and like, cause Sony is from Japan, so that's enough of that. Let's move forwards. If you guys want to have a corridor about that, you can go and do that in your own time. We're talking about this right now, yeah. Sony is from there. Nintendo is from thing. So video games are really huge in that thing. Tokyo Drift, I love that. Tokyo Drift. I don't know if that's true though. 180 is very fast. Yeah. A lot of cars come from there. Toyota, Nissan, Mitsubishi, all of these things. Rugby is very big over there. Sumo wrestling. Green tea, yes. Yeah, green tea is huge. Matcha. That's what they call it, matcha tea. Yeah. All right. So let's learn a little bit about Japan, okay? Japan is right here. It's right above us. It's in the Pacific Ocean. Okay, so around this area is Pacific Ocean, and it's very close to Korea, which is just across there. And some of the things. It is North Asia or Northeast Asia. So yeah, so that is where things. A little bit above is Mongolia and China, and yeah, it's one of those things where it's like it's right there for us. It's only one flight for us to go to, but at the same time, it's a beautiful place. They have protocol that is very simple. They love rules in Japan. Okay, they absolutely love rules when they do it. Okay, so we're talking about the physical geography of Japan. Japan has 4 main islands, right? We have 2, possibly 3, if you talk about Stewart Island. You could talk about other islands, but they have 4 real. These are the 4 islands, and we're going to go through them. The main island they have is Honshu. Honshu is the biggest island that they have here. On track, please, whānau. As our let me bring my pointer up. So this one here is Honshu. This is where all the major cities are. So you got Tokyo. You got. We'll talk about the cities later. This is our main center here. Okay. It's our main center. The next big one that we have, the next big one that we have is Hokkaido. Hokkaido is right up the top. Very traditional. There's a lot of tradition that goes on there. There's not many. There's not a lot of what's the word? There's not a lot of major cities up there. It's a very small city, and it's nice. Up there, just on the top is an island called Tsushima, which is quite a popular island. It's very well known, in history. Right. Okay. Next one we got is down the bottom, Shikoku, which Shikoku is it's quite well known, and this is where we're going to get to next. It's very traditional as well, and the next one is Koishu, which is where Hiroshima is, which is a well-known spot for. There was uh, there was a bombing that went on. There was a lot of nuclear bombing that happened there in the past, but again, it's not history right now. Nah, see, that's a great question. That's a great one. I went when you go there and that's all they speak. You just kind of like figure it out, figure ones out. Like you can say like you can figure you can say things like what do I say? Like like arigato gozaimasu, which means thank you, and things like man, my favorite saying when I went over there was sumimasen. That's my favorite words, which means excuse me. Sumimasen. So yeah, and then I would just show my phone, and it would have all of the translation of what I wanted. Beautiful place, though. Beautiful place. So major cities. There's a couple of and so Tamatoa talked about Hiroshima, which is pretty, well known, but it's not like the major cities. The three major cities that they have in thing is Tokyo, and then they have Yokohama, Yokohama is quite close to Tokyo, and they have trains everywhere, yeah, and Osaka. Osaka is down the bottom. We're going to talk about a little bit about each one just now, but yeah, okay. So we're going to do a bit of like what we did before. I'll put my little small video in the middle here. We're going to talk about the difference between Tokyo, just one city just one city in Japan, and Auckland and Tamaki Makaurau. We're going to compare. We're going to do some comparisons. All right. We're talking about just area today on this one. Okay. Just the area, just from point A to point B, the square kilometers of everything. Okay. Now, if I go to Tokyo, Tokyo has 2,194 square kilometers. So, a box, 2,194. Okay, so if you want to drive around it, drive through it, that's what it would be. Okay, yeah. All right, and the next one with Auckland, hey, get off Google Translate there. Okay, Auckland is twice as big. Auckland is 4,894 square kilometers. So it's bigger. So it is bigger. So Tokyo is almost half the size of Auckland from point A to point B. So it's very, very, like these are all the greater areas as well. Okay. There we go. So it is smaller, but at the same time, population-wise, in Tokyo, 38 million people live in Tokyo. So 38 people. And in Auckland, we know, because we did that last week, only 1.7 million. So yeah, it's a lot more people live in Tokyo, and it's built it's just the way that it's built. It's very condensed. It's a very condensed place. Yeah. All right, let's move on to the next thing. So you know how in Auckland we have or any city really, they have towns, right? They have suburbs. In Tokyo they call them wards. So they have 23 wards, and each ward is bigger than Shibuya is one of them. Yep, there's Hiroshuku, there's heaps of other ones, right? And so they have different towns, and the thing about Tokyo though is that it's because everybody lives up 3.8 it's a lot of people. Yeah, it's half the size. So yeah, it's crazy to think. So every one of these wards, I'm just saying this here, every single one of these wards are bigger than Auckland. So one little ward, one little town has got more people than Auckland has. So it's crazy to think. Now you got to think about how do they get around? How do they get to point A, point B? How do they get here? It's their train system. Their train system is just so well put together. It's amazing. Yeah. The next town that we're talking about is Osaka. So this is Osaka right here. This is a place called Dontonbori. Dontonburi. It's they call it Japan's kitchen. It's where all the food. It's where a lot of food is kind of placed. They have a lot of markets there. They have a lot of cuisine, and yeah, it's quite huge. This is Dontonbori. Dontonbori has 1 billion people every month walk through it. It is because yeah, a lot of people go. Excuse me. A lot of people go over there to just experience what the market's like and experience just what's happening over there. Yeah. And this is. Does anybody know what this food is? I'm gonna see. We over here going, hey Matua, read this, read that. What type of food is this? Oh no, it's not sushi. This is a delicacy in Osaka. It's what they're known for. It's called yakitori, and yakitori is these little. No, no, it's not. It's octopus. They put octopus inside of these. It's almost like a batter, and they do them over, and they're really, really hot, but they're delicious. That's what they're known for. Yeah, yakitori. And the reason why Osaka is the kitchen is because it's a port city, so they get a lot of the fresh tuna and fresh seafood and everything from Korea and everything there, and it comes into the port first. Then they take all the good stuff, and then everywhere else gets the food. So you imagine all of the big what's the word? All the big like fishing boats, I suppose, the charters. They'll go out, get the best tuna in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, and then they'll bring it into Osaka first. Osaka will get the best food, and then they'll transport them everywhere else. So yeah, so and all around the world too, not just around Tokyo as well, around Japan. Yeah. So yeah, it's that's the reason why it's so well known. And yeah, that's Osaka. Osaka also has Universal Studios in Japan, one of the best. Telling you, one of the absolute best theme parks I've ever been to in my life. It was the bomb. Went to Mario World and everything. It was on. So yeah, just me bragging. Just me having a close little brag. Hey, okay. It's very fun. But I mean, I'm old. I'm old, Teruhinga. Okay, I've had a lot more years on here, on the server. Sheesh. I've had some time. So yeah, I went there, went to Mario World, went to Donkey Kong World, went to they have Disney over here. The Disney Disney, they have two Disneys in Tokyo, right? They have normal Disneyland, which is pretty much the same as the one that they have in California, and then they have Disney Sea, and it's all these like crazy. Yeah, I went to one of those car meets too. Sheesh. Hey, jeez. But very very cool. One day I'll share with you all my photos. So anyway, what's next? What I want you to do is go into Google Slides, and I want you to go to Google Slides. I went to don't Google. I went to yeah, go into Google Slides. I want you to make a showcase of what you would like to see in Japan. Like whatever, like say, hey, make a slide for me to go. Hey, I want to go here. I want to go to Daikugo. I want to do this. I want to do that. I want you to make a Google slide. 5 slides. That's all. 5 slides is all you got to give me. You could do more if you want to. 5 slides is the minimum, and then you need to put them onto your showcase. Now I'm gonna go your showcase because a lot of you forgot, and that means that you weren't paying attention last week. Hey, but that's all right. Matu was cool like that. He'll go through it again. Remember your showcase. I'll do it in the Dropbox. Titiro mai. Let's go. Okay, mai korowai. Let me get my thing up. Mai korowai. Write it down if you have to. Mai korowai. Click into that. Go to tools. Yeah. Then you go down to the Dropbox. Right there. Chair. Remember that. I'll do it again. Mai korowai into the tools because I don't want to get emails. Matua, I don't know how to give it to you. Te Ruhinga, this does not include you. I know you've done yours. Okay, and then you go all the way down to the bottom and you go to showcase. Showcase the Dropbox right there under Kaimanaki. Okay, there we go. All right. Okay, next week we're gonna go back to Japan. I can't wait. I can't wait to see it. We're gonna go back to Japan and we're gonna be talking about this thing here, the Ring of Fire. Okay, we're gonna talk about the Ring of Fire. I know you fellas don't know about the Ring of Fire, but we're gonna go about the Ring of Fire. The Ring of Fire is something in Japan that is very important to the world, actually. I think there is a song, The Ring of Fire, but I think this is a different version of it. Okay. All right. So, in saying that also, make sure you fellas check in, eh? All right, I'll even put the link down here for you fellas. Let me get that link for you. Right there. Make sure you check in so we don't get any complaints. You know how I know that, Te Ruhinga? You know how I know that? Because your kaiako said, man, Te Ruhinga always checks in. And then there's that fella. And then and then there's Tamatoa who never checks in at all. Sorry. Just had to. But there we go. The link is there. Let's finish with our karakia for today, eh? Ko motu a mātou mahi mo tēnei wā manaketia mai mātou katoa u mātou hua u mātou whānau man, I always get stuck on that one. Ue ki te aurangi, haumi e, hui e, tāki e. You fellas are onto it, but make sure that you check in and make sure that you finish your mahi. Please, 5 slides. Let me get back to it. 5 slides on a Google slide. Then put that straight into the showcase. Write it as Japan. Japan, 5 slides. Right, a little bit. I want to go to Universal Studios and see Super Mario. Boom, go to the next one. It will take you 5 minutes. A minute a slide. Okay? Ka kite whanau. I hope you fellas have an amazing day. I hope that you fellas have learned something here. Fire Jody, if you want to hang back and have a korero, you're more than welcome to. I hang around for a little bit. Ka kite Te Ruhinga. Ka kite everybody. Ka kite Leizan and Hinare. And Hiram, good to meet you, and all of you fellas, eh? Ka kite. Ka kite, Leizan. There we go. Sheesh.